Bilkul ji, Her Excellency Jane Marriott, Bartanvi High Commissioner, she is with us. Thank you so much for your time once again. It's always good to have you because there are a lot of, people talk about things and there's a lot of gossip flying around as well, and people really never get to know what the actual situation is. Now, the figures that we have shared of 11,000 Pakistanis going on various visas and asking for asylum. Yes. I mean, what kind of asylum and what happens then?
So, last year the UK granted 130,000 visas to Pakistanis, and most people went and they had a really nice time as visitors, as students, as tourists, as workers. They had a great time, they stayed within the limits of their visas, and then they came home again or applied for another visa. That's great, please keep doing that.
Right.
But there's a small minority of people who are quite often being exploited, including by visa agents, who are being promised jobs or they're being promised courses that either don't exist, and they're being exploited, and then quite often they're going to the UK and they're claiming asylum. So as you said, Pakistan, 11,000 asylum applicants in the last year. Pakistan is our #1 asylum seeking country. That is not a good league table to be top of.
That is indeed not.
So we want to make sure,
And that is why you're launching a visa abuse campaign
exactly.
Here in Pakistan?
So, Pakistanis who want to come to the UK, stay within their visa rules, brilliant, thank you. You're welcome, please do come. But for those Pakistanis who are either going to exploit that system or are going to be exploited by somebody else, by bad visa agents, then please stop, think, don't do it, because you're giving everybody else a bad name.
Well, you are here and we really want to...
ज़रूर बात करनी है. हम 11,000 asylum seekers की बात कर रहे हैं और ये हमें जानकर बिल्कुल खुशी नहीं हो रही है कि हमारा नंबर इस लिस्ट में टॉप पे है.
ये थोड़ी सी obviously थोड़ी सी नहीं, बहुत सी embarrassing बात है, हमें इस तरह होना ही नहीं चाहिए. But since you are here, we want to know when an agent says, "I'll get you the visa,"
or I'll get you a job,
and he actually does gets the visa for the students or whoever is going out. How do these agents, who are also in a sense misleading them, how do they get the visa?
So agents cannot get visas. They can make promises, but they can't guarantee a visa, they can't guarantee a job, they can't guarantee a university admission. So my main message here today is we've now moved to e-visas. We talked about this when I was last in your studios, and thank you again for having me back on. You can apply online. You just need your mobile phone and your documents. You can do it yourself. It's much easier than it used to be to apply. The process is much easier. You don't need to go to a visa agent.
So we can bypass the agent or the intermediary.
In fact, encouraging for
opting for that thing, what are the things that we should really look into and dive into, verify about the agent or the process?
So like all things in life, if something sounds too good, you give me £25,000 and I'll get you a visa and a job. If it sounds too good, it's not real. It's not real. So my first thing is just people applying their common sense. Most people are very sensible. If something sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true.
Right. Yeah, but then you know what happens.
Translate this a bit?
But I need to add something, because what happens is that a friend of a friend or a cousin or something actually does succeed that way. And they do make it.
But and not that is through the visa agent. So the process, so the visa application goes from the individual's account to the visa processing centre in Abu Dhabi, and the decisions are made there. The visa agent cannot get a visa.
Yeah.
And also
he doesn't have that kind of
70s
access.
or 60s anymore.
Can we just translate that a little bit? वीज़ा एजेंट तो बिल्कुल बेकार चीज़ है, इन्होंने कह दिया उसके तो थ्रू जाना ही नहीं है, क्योंकि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जो आप वीज़ा अप्लाई करेंगे उसकी प्रोसेसिंग सारी अबू धाबी में होनी है, वो एजेंट वहाँ नहीं बैठा होगा. दूसरा ये कि आप बाईपास करें सारे एजेंट्स को,
क्योंकि अब ये तरीका आसान कर दिया है, ऑनलाइन हो गया है. अब आपको किसी पेपर वर्क की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप तमाम चीज़ें ऑनलाइन अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. और अगर आपको कोई सुहाने ख्वाब दिखा रहा है लिटरल,
हाँ ये सही बात है,
तो फिर आप ज़रा होशियार हो जाएं, वो ख्वाब ही हैं. So what happens if somebody, submits a fake document or some false information? Are there any repercussions? And they eventually get a visa or something like that, and then...
So we're improving our systems at how to spot that fake documentation, because sometimes these agents are, there's some good agents out there who are just helping, particularly if you're older or it's your first time. That's fine. It's the ones who are promising untold wealth, guaranteed visas, and ones who are making fake documents. They're the ones to worry about.
So they help with the documents as well, that we'll make it for you.
Sometimes they will make documents, So we're getting better at spotting those fake documents. So you're much less likely to get a visa than you were before. So we're being much more stringent on applying those rules. But secondly, if you do get across to the UK on fake documentation, you'll be deported, you'll be put on a visa ban, you'll probably be put on a ban list in Pakistan as well. We work very closely with the government to protect the good applicants.
Right.
So, you know, there are repercussions. It's not risk-free if you go through a fraudulent visa agent.
And do you also, you know, look into the universities which are actually not universities? They don't exist.
Yeah, because there are some
you know, Hawks
fake
universities,
non-existent ones
non-existent, and they do this to low international students from third world countries.
Yeah, so we're getting much better at spotting universities that don't exist, as you would expect us to. We should be, you know, we've put a lot of effort into getting that right now.
Sure.
We know whether the universities exist in the UK or not, but there are some universities that have been less rigorous in their vetting of students, and actually 9 of those last year decided not to take any Pakistani undergraduates anymore because they were being abused, the system was being abused, and they were not properly following up.
Got it.
And we need to crack down on that. So the students who are going, who want to do a course in the UK legitimately, so they can still go and do that and hopefully have a great time.
जो गलत इस्तेमाल करते हैं ना चीज़ों का, उनकी वजह से चीज़ें हम पे बंद हो जाती हैं, दरवाजे बंद होते हैं, और फिर उन लोगों की हक तलफी होती है जो genuinely जाना चाहते हैं, होते genuine students who are really looking forward कि वो कोर्स कर लें कोई, they end up getting a degree from the UK. So 9 ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटियाँ हैं जिन्होंने पाकिस्तानी स्टूडेंट्स के दाखिले पे पाबंदी लगा दी because you know they misused the whole system.
Yeah, और अब वो उन्होंने बड़ा अच्छा वेटिंग सिस्टम निकाल लिया, तो वो पता चल जाएगा, इसलिए आपको करने की कोशिश ना करें. How about the scholarships that people get, and the really big ones, Rhodes Scholarship or Commonwealth Scholarship, and
Chevening, my favourite.
Of course, that too. And these are very popular in Pakistan, and a lot of brilliant Pakistani students have actually availed them and gone abroad. So that should be a smooth process, right?
So that's a completely smooth process, and we'll be opening applications up in the autumn for the next cohort next year. So we've had about 3,000 Chevening and Commonwealth scholars over the last few years. But the whole point of those scholarships actually is we want those students to go to the UK, have a fully paid for experience, learn, and then come back.
Right.
And they've got fond memories, I hope, of the UK.
As well of the scholarship.
Yep, and then 2, they will come back and help make Pakistan the great country it is, and even more so can be.
And
that's what we want.
Obviously, almost, in fact, the ones who go on the scholarship, they do come back.
They do come back. That's one of the, you know,
what should a student or a family of the student, what should they verify before applying for the visa?
So it's very
about the agent particularly.
So you know, if you should be able to do this yourself. If you
should be able to.
Most people should be able to. If you're very elderly and you don't have somebody to support you on the IT, or you struggle a little bit on learning, then I can see the benefits of a legitimate agent. But otherwise, you should be able to do this yourself on your phone. Have your documents at the ready, but make sure you fill in the form properly. So what we quite often see is people are denied visas because they're like, oh, everybody knows that I've got the money and I've submitted my bank statement, but they haven't followed the rules around how much money you need in for what time period. So the rules are strict, but if you meet them, then you should be okay in your visa application.
In fact, you know what, that is the very thing why people rely on agents, because they are so scared of making a mistake on the form because if you are doubtful about like question number 4 or 5 or whatever, they're like, how can I just send it that way? So let's go via an agent.
And I get that. And to be honest, the agents that are sort of sitting down and helping those people and explaining, you know, question 4 really means this, and make sure your paperwork lines up with question 5.
Right.
That's fine. It's the agents who are like, I can get you a university certificate, I can guarantee you a job, I can guarantee you a visa. They can't. Please avoid
it. Actually आपको help कर रहे हैं उनकी nominal से फीस है और वो आपको वीजा दिलवा देते हैं.
Since Jane Marriott is here, why not we ask her? Because there are a lot of on YouTube, there are a lot of tutorials. They actually tell you that this is how the form looks like.
Yes.
This is how you should you know, fill it up.
Pakistani लोगों ने भी बनाया.
Exactly. So people can take help from there as well. I mean, it's just a learning thing. So you are doubtful about something, go take a little tutorial on YouTube,
and it doesn't take a lot of time.
Trust us
on that. All right, Your Excellency, Have you recovered from Arsenal losing to PSG?
Oh, no, no.
Didn't know that was coming.
How can you raise this on national TV?
No, now it has been raised, so please.
So Nicolas, the French ambassador, and his wife were kind enough to invite all the Arsenal supporters and Brits like myself around to the French club. So we had to watch Arsenal be defeated on French premises.
Oh my God.
The hospitality was great, but it was not the outcome that I wanted. And penalties, come on, penalties.
And a lot of Pakistanis were affected as well because, you know, Pakistan, the way they follow their own teams and all.
Absolutely. But, you know, they did win the domestically Premier League.
They did. They were doing very well.
Aston Villa, Europa champions. And, you know, Arsenal were runners-up. It's pretty good for British football. Pretty good season.
Are you happy now? You wanted to ask and you got your
Who
answer?
do you support?
He's not going to say.
Not saying.
Why?
Not saying.
Just say it so we all know. In any case, thank you so much for answering all the questions. And we have always promised you, जो भी आपके सवाल होंगे, जो आपके concerns हैं, वो आप हमारी तरफ भेजें.
And this is the peak visa application season.
It is.
So please be cautious, be careful.
और एक जो बात इन्होंने कही, I'm going to repeat something that you said about when something is too good to be true, it usually is that. वे आपको लग रहा है ना कि सुहाने बाग आपको नजर आ रहे हैं और ये तो मेरा इस तरह होगा और सब कुछ वो जरूरी वो almost जरूरी नहीं है कि
अगर आपको ये कह रहा है कोई 25,000 पाउंड आप दे दें और फिर आपको वीजा या आपकी मुलाजमत यकीनी है, ये झूठ है.
हाँ.
Do not fall into this trap.
सुन के ही पता चल रहा है.
ये झूठ है. Do not fall into this trap. Please आप अपनी ज़मीन जायदाद जो आप बेच के वो 25,000 पाउंड भर रहे हैं वो ना करें अपने साथ.
मतलब उतने पैसे इधर लगा के कोई बिजनेस कर लें. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me back on. Always a pleasure.
It's always good to have you.